we have to dive into this. Our guys are on here. Christmas is past. College football is here. So we got to talk about the college football storylines. And look, go right back to where we left off last time. The transfer portal is extremely active. Let's go into it. Will, I'm going to come to you first. In the SEC, there was a major move. Florida's running back, Etienne Jr., transferred to rival Georgia.
Yeah, I mean that's big. I mean, this has been rumored for a while. When Etienne hit the transfer portal, it's kind of been been circling out there that he was going to go to Georgia. Obviously, it's a huge deal, for between those programs having, the greatest cocktail party, whatever they call it, down that they play usually in Jacksonville. So yeah, this is a big deal. This is I see two things of this. In my opinion, this is the rich getting richer by Georgia getting a terrific running back. This is only going to help them out extremely well next year. But also, this is Billy Napier, what are you going to do? I know you got this great young freshman quarterback coming in. I think he's the number 2 rated quarterback. But, man, you're losing some players, and you just lost your workhorse. Things aren't good in Gainesville is kind of the way I'm reading this.
Yeah, this is not a good thing to see. Actually, somebody that is also around that area, got to bring in Ben Cornett, Mr. FSU. What's going on, Ben? How you doing? Merry Christmas, buddy.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Sean. Thank you for having me, guys. Hey, Will. Hey, Alex.
Hey.
How's it going?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to come to you in a second, but Alec, I'm going to come to you first. Etienne going to rival Georgia. I mean, we know how good he is. And to Will's point, this isn't good for Napier, but what does this mean for Georgia in that backfield?
This is mostly bolstering it because if you look at from a standpoint of like drafts, I doubt he's thinking like this. But if you think of like the spotlight Georgia gets every year, and to be a part of that offense, because who really wakes up and says, "Oh, I'm gonna watch the Florida game"? They really just watch the Georgia game every Saturday, so that's more exposure for him.
Yeah,
for scouts out like for the draft and everything, it helps him out. NIL probably.
Oh, of course.
It's more of a power move on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, it was, to be honest, it's a smart move. We know what Georgia does, and we know how that running game goes. Yeah. And you know this guy. You guys played him in the last game of the year, Ben. You know the kind of run game that he has, and now it's going over to Georgia. What does this mean? This is a big move. Normally, you don't see somebody go. Well, you'll see guys from maybe go from Alabama to Georgia, something like that. But to go from a rival, go from the enemy to the other side, what does this mean? Like, what does it mean for Florida and the whole situation?
Well, I think for Florida, this shows you maybe they're not the powerhouse they used to be in the SEC. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of issues going on, just from what I can see from the outside. For Etienne, that's a great pickup for Georgia. He's, he knows the team. He's played them a couple times. So now, he's a good fit for that offense that they run.